We have to get better. We have to really take a sharp look at ourselves, look ourselves in the mirror.
Not too long ago, the Las Vegas Aces were the embodiment of modern excellence in women's basketball. A franchise that reinvigorated the idea of a super team in the WNBA, they dazzled fans with back-to-back championships, a roster brimming with talent, and a swagger that seemed unassailable. However, as the offseason unfolded, the very ingredients that once catapulted the Aces to greatness
See our shortcomings, and then, you got to make the moves necessary, whatever that means, to put the best product that we possibly
have now, quite literally, been dismantled piece by piece. In what can only be described as a cataclysmic cascade of departures, the Aces have lost nearly half of their roster. Top assistant coaches have jumped ship, their general manager was shown the door, and a host of key players have either been traded or have left via free agency. What emerged from these rapid-fire moves was not merely a change in personnel, but a fracturing of a once cohesive unit.
we can. It's not going to be the same group probably next year. It just won't. And I'm sad about that, because I really like that group. They were a pain in my ass, but I was a pain in their ass too.
The fallout has been so severe that even the bench, once a secret weapon known for its depth and versatility, now looks alarmingly empty. Once revered for their high-octane offense and suffocating defense, the Aces are now struggling to find an identity. The aura of invincibility that once surrounded them has dissipated, replaced by an air of uncertainty and despair. Longtime fans, along with insiders, have been left scratching their heads, wondering how a team that once set the gold standard in the league could descend into such disarray.
Guys, the Las Vegas Aces are looking a whole lot lighter after some of these trades and free agency signings that have happened. And guys, it's leaving the bench to look a little sparse.
The unraveling of the Las Vegas Aces didn't occur overnight. It was more like a domino effect where one departure led to another, and soon the entire team seemed to be unraveling. The first visible crack in the armor appeared when the fan favorite forward, Kate Martin, was left unprotected in the expansion draft. In a move that defied expectations, the Golden State Valkyries swooped in and claimed Martin, essentially taking away one of the team's most promising young talents. It was as if the Aces had, with one miscalculation, handed over a key piece of their future to a rival franchise.
The Las Vegas Aces, the team that revitalized the modern day super team in the WNBA, they went from dominating the league.
But the shock didn't end there. Kelsey Plum, the sharpshooting guard whose name had once been synonymous with explosive offense, made headlines by opting not to sign an extension. In a move that left many fans and analysts puzzled, Plum was traded to the Los Angeles Sparks in a blockbuster three-team deal. While the Aces did receive Jewel Lloyd in return, the trade raised more questions than answers. Plum's youth, efficiency, and ability to create scoring opportunities on her own were invaluable assets, qualities that made her indispensable.
League is now the team that did not live up to expectations this year, and is a team that's one by one falling apart in front of our own very eyes.
Her departure has not only affected the on-court dynamic, but also the long-term strategic planning of the organization. Adding insult to injury, another key contributor, Sydney Colson, who had been a vital cog in the Aces bench rotation, has now moved on to join the Indiana Fever. This departure further widens the gap in depth that the Aces can rely on during high-stakes moments. With every star player lost, the Aces are left with a skeletal roster struggling to match the competitive fire of previous seasons. Moreover, rumors swirl around additional exits involving players who had been integral to the team's success. Former multi-year award winners, such as Tiffany Hayes and Aliyah Clark, have also been linked to moves away from the organization.
So, for all Aces fans, it's over. It's over. It's over. The reign of the Aces is over.
Hayes, who had rejoined the team mid-season following a brief retirement, now appears to be pursuing opportunities elsewhere. Similarly, Aliyah Clark's move back to the Seattle Storm, a team with which she previously celebrated championship glory, further emphasizes the crumbling nature of the Aces' once proud identity. This mass exodus has left not only a void in talent, but also a profound sense of disillusionment among the remaining players and staff. It's as if the organizational fabric that once bound the team together is now shredded, and the once cohesive unit is struggling to piece itself back together amid the chaos.
Of the sport of basketball, You know, I've never heard of a dynasty that won 2 championships and then was done, because
If the loss of on-court talent wasn't enough, the internal leadership structure of the Las Vegas Aces has also been thrown into disarray. In a move that sent shockwaves through the league, the Aces parted ways with their general manager, a decision that underscores the extent of the organization's internal turmoil. With this crucial role now vacant, the team is left without a strategic head to steer the ship, and the repercussions are being felt on every level. In the absence of a GM, the responsibility of making critical personnel decisions has fallen to other members of the coaching staff, most notably head coach Becky Hammond. Once known for her charismatic leadership and tactical acumen, Hammond now finds herself walking a tightrope, balancing the roles of coach and potential interim general manager.
Oh, I mean, Becky Hammond, you were right. Congratulations, but did you really think it would be this different, a roster?
These off-court issues are symptomatic of a deeper malaise, a systemic rot that appears to have taken hold at multiple levels of the organization. What was once celebrated as a model franchise in the WNBA has, in recent months, devolved into a cautionary tale of mismanagement and moral lapses. The convergence of legal battles, internal power struggles, and questionable business practices creates an environment in which players, coaches, and staff alike are left questioning not just their roles, but the very integrity of the institution they serve.
I'm really excited. This league is all about opportunity, and, you just need one shot, right? And I am very...
For fans and outsiders alike, the picture is one of betrayal. The once proud legacy of the Aces now seems tarnished by scandals and internal strife, raising poignant questions about the true cost of rapid success. When a team's internal culture becomes a breeding ground for controversy, no amount of past glory can shield it from the consequences of its actions. While the Las Vegas Aces are busy grappling with internal chaos, a quiet revolution is underway in Indiana. A renaissance led by the Fever.
I'm thankful for the Aces and everything I got to learn there, but I'm really excited for this new beginning and to build something from the ground up here with the Valkyries.
A franchise that is methodically rebuilding its legacy with a focus on long-term success and stability. In stark contrast to the tumult in Las Vegas, the Fever's off-season moves have been marked by thoughtful planning, strategic acquisitions, and a commitment to fostering a supportive team culture. At the helm of this transformation is a reinvigorated front office, with notable appointments that signal a new era for the franchise. The return of Kelly Krakoff as team president has provided a steady, experienced hand, one that is intimately familiar with Indiana's past successes and poised to drive the organization forward.
Seattle Storm are sending Jewel Lloyd to the Las Vegas Aces in a blockbuster 3-team trade that moves Kelsey Plum to the LA Sparks. That's according to ESPN. As part of the deal, Seattle...
Joining Krakoff is Amber Cox, a general manager whose extensive knowledge of player development and organizational strategy is already yielding dividends on the court. Together, they have established a clear vision: to build a team that not only competes for championships, but also creates a lasting legacy of excellence and integrity. Complementing the revamped front office is the return of head coach Stephanie White. A veteran with championship pedigree, both as a player and a coach, White's appointment is a masterstroke. Her experience, leadership, and tactical prowess have already begun to reshape the identity of the Fever. Under her guidance, the team is not only focused on winning games, but also on cultivating a strong, cohesive unit where every player understands their role and value.
Receives the second pick in this year's WNBA draft from LA in exchange for the Storm's number 9 pick, while the Aces also received the 13th pick, a second-round selection from the Spark.
The Fever's off-season moves have extended well beyond front office shakeups. In a clear bid to assemble a roster capable of challenging the league's elite, the organization has gone on a shopping spree in free agency. Championship-caliber veterans such as Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, and Sydney Coulson have all signed on, bringing with them a wealth of experience and a winning mentality. Perhaps most notably, the Fever managed to secure the return of their star Kelsey Mitchell, a player whose explosive talent and leadership have become synonymous with the franchise's identity. But the Fever's transformation is not just about high-profile signings.
Departures for the Las Vegas Aces include 2 heavy hitters off the bench and 2 former 2023 and 2024 Six Players of the Year.
It's also about cultivating an environment where young talent can flourish. Central to this is the emergence of superstar Caitlin Clark. In her debut season, Clark shattered records and injected an unparalleled energy into the team, quickly becoming the linchpin around which the Fever are building their future. More than just a prolific scorer, Clark's presence has ignited a renewed sense of purpose and unity within the squad.
Let's start with Aliyah Clark. According to Ramona Shelburne of ESPN, the Aces wanted to bring back Aliyah Clark. But when Seattle came a-knocking, Aliyah was like,
turning the Fever into a true family on and off the court. Unlike the Aces, whose organizational missteps have left many wondering about the future, the Fever are crafting a blueprint for sustainable success. Their approach is characterized by careful planning, a commitment to transparency, and an unwavering belief in the power of teamwork. Each move, whether it's a front office hire or a free agency signing, is designed not just to win games in the short term, but to build a legacy that will endure for years to come. This contrast between the two franchises couldn't be starker. While the Aces are mired in controversy and internal disarray, the Fever are emerging as a beacon of hope, a model of how a team can rebuild and reinvent itself with purpose and vision.
2 titles with the Seattle Storm in 2018 and 2020, and now at 37 years old, she is looking to bring her 3-and-D game back to Seattle.
For players weighing their options and for fans hungry for a return to stability, the Fever's resurgence offers a compelling alternative. It's no wonder that whispers of a mass exodus from Las Vegas have grown louder when juxtaposed with Indiana's methodical, well-orchestrated ascent.